like 8th grade when I met Jamarcus. I used to think I was so good at Mario Strikers, and then I played Jamarcus. Bodied me like 3 games in a row before I won one, and I was like, "This man's really good. He's really good at this game."
So we've got Wind Waker. We have Wind Waker, Mario Party 4, Double Dash. What else did I say? Melee. Oh, we're on
Melee.
number 5. So we gotta pick between Mario Baseball, Golf, Tennis, or Strikers here. I'm voting.
I wouldn't even put golf on the list, to be honest.
Huh?
I wouldn't even put golf on my list.
I really love Mario Golf, and I think it is great, but it's not quite as iconic as the others, I think. I'm voting baseball. I'm voting baseball.
Yeah, I feel you. Mario Sluggers, that was the game, bro.
Okay, so we're halfway through the list, and we have yet to say Mario Sunshine. Okay, so we'll say. All right, let's. I'm saying Mario. I'm saying Mario Sunshine. You know what? I'm saying it. I don't care what you think. I'm saying it.
Yeah, I'm about to say something about Mario Sunshine. It is probably the weakest Mario game I've ever played in my life. Not saying it's bad, but it's bad. Like, as far as 3D Mario, let me change that. Weakest 3D Mario game I've played.
Yeah,
like,
sure, that's fine.
Like Galaxy 64, Galaxy 2, even Mario Odyssey. Those games just
they were something else. So okay, so we'll hold off on Mario Sunshine then.
One more thing about Sunshine. It is the one problem I have with. Well, I got like a couple problems with the game, but one of the biggest problems I have with it, it did not push the boundaries of how far Mario could go. Because Mario 64 was like, wow, this is how 3D platformers should be made. Like, the replayability and all that is just amazing. And like Mario Galaxy, that was a Mario game right there. They took everything they learned and like amped it up tenfold. And then Mario Galaxy 2 came out, and all they did was add Yoshi, and it was somehow better. I have no idea. It's like they purposely kept Yoshi out the first game for that particular reason.
Okay, let's see. So
in Odyssey, that was like Mario on a whole journey, bro. That was a Mario on a journey. Me and that boy Mario was on a journey, and all the movement and everything was just wow. But Sunshine, it was just like you can fly out with water. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I know the story to Mario games aren't really big, but they always put something a little interesting in their stories, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There's always something a little interesting in the 3D stories. And that one was just
Mario on vacation.
Yeah, they're on vacation, and Mario has been falsely accused of a crime he did not commit.
So, we got 5. Resident Evil 4 is 6.
Gotta put that on there.
Linguini's Mansion.
True.
So here's the problem again. Oh, dude, we just talked about it, and I haven't said it yet. Number 8, Metroid Prime.
True.
So we got 2 slots left, and we have not mentioned Star Fox. We have not put up Mario Sunshine. Let's see, what else am I missing? We have not said F-Zero.
F-Zero was so good. That was such a fun race.
We have not mentioned Pikmin.
Pikmin has to be on the list somewhere.
We have not mentioned Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door.
Oh my God, that game! I forgot that one. Yo, that was better than the first Paper Mario, if you ask me, man. That was amazing.
So the problem here is that we have
I got a black Yoshi. That was the coolest thing ever. When I first got the game, I got a black Yoshi, and Yasha was born.
We have 10 total slots, and we have 2 slots left. And I just brought up we just brought up 4 games that deserve to be on this list.
We need a whole top 25 or something.
No, see,
the game.
Look, see, there's this video. Was on there. We got this video here on YouTube right here. That's the top 21. All right, here it is in order from 21 to 1. And you're just gonna be so upset that the fact that it's not possible to make a top 10 list. Number 21, Time Splitters 2.
Yo, have you ever played Time Splitters?
No, but I'm gonna, I'm just gonna tell Spencer to send me the ROM so I can play these GameCube classics.
Time Splitters 2. Like, I didn't play the first one because I think it was on N64, but I rented that game, and that was amazing. That was one. Man, the GameCube really had those games.
Well, guess what? That was the first game. Number 20, Double Dash.
That's a little low on the list. I will not lie. That's a little low on the list, but
we'll see if you agree. But I keep going. Number 19, Beyond Good and Evil.
I didn't play that. I don't even know what that one's about.
18, The Simpsons Hit and Run.
What?
The Simpsons Hit and Run at number 18.
Oh, wait a minute. Dude, have you ever played that game?
No, but I'm about to.
Bro, that was such a crazy game. That was like Crazy Taxi on steroids. I swear to God, man. That was like the only Simpson game I ever bought twice.
This one, the next two are going to upset you for opposite reasons. Number 17, Super Mario Sunshine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be on the list.
Number 16, Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door.
They got that at 16? 16? That has to be top 10 at the least.
Number 15, Animal Crossing.
That one right there was how I got into Animal Crossing too.
I'm sure you're probably not alone. Like most people around our age, that's probably why, just because of GameCube.
Yeah, that's how I got into Animal Crossing. It taught me that Tom Nook was a crook, and like being a villager in a town was amazing. New Leaf, I want to try the new one for the Switch, but I do not think it's gonna be better than New Leaf for the 3DS. New Leaf, me and Jamarcus got those.
Yeah, I remember when that game came out. Everybody I saw played that game.
You had to, man. It was the first one where you had your own town and could do whatever, and it was like, goodness gracious.
Number 14, SSX 3, which is like that
snowboarding one.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that game right there. When I was young, back still living in Wilcox, me and my friends would play that game. Like my friend Dalvin, that's the only game he had for his GameCube back then. No kidding. Like XXX3 was the only one he had, and I would go over there on the weekends, and that's all we would play.
Imagine.
And we would never get tired of it because you could do so many tricks, so many. Like the characters were cool designs. And it was like it had rap in it. Like they had the rap with the actual curse words in it, and we felt grown into it. I'm not even gonna lie.
Imagine a console generation being so good that a sports game actually makes it onto the top 15 games. Imagine a console generation being so good that a sports game actually, a non-Mario sports game, makes it in the top 15.
They will never, like... The more I think about it, the more I feel like the GameCube will... It's crazy it sold so little, because, like, it had nothing but gems on it.
And speaking of, number 13, Super Monkey Ball 2.
That was actually a pretty great game. I agree with that spot. That Super Monkey Ball 2 was extremely fun and extremely upsetting. That game used to piss me off.
Me too. Number 12, That Fresh Linguini's Mansion.
I feel like that should be in the top 10.
Number 11, Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem.
Oh, that was a fun game. I didn't get to play it much because we only rented it for a little bit.
Right. I remember seeing that all the time at the movie gallery that was around the corner from my house.
That was a fun game.
Number 10, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4.
Yo, bro. That was the best Tony Hawk game ever.
I can feel it.
I think they just remade that one too.
I can just feel how many childhood memories I'm reawakening from you right now.
Bro, they had the special guest character, and that was the one with no loading screens. If you started the game up, it would just be there. You pick your character, you pick your stage, and it's just there. There was no loading screens. could get off your skateboard. Like the other three, you couldn't get off your skateboard. But in that one, you could get off your skateboard, walk around the town, and you could hit people with your skateboard.
Like
Man,
GTA.
that was a goated game, bro. And there was blood. And there was blood in it. If you failed this trick, you would lose your health and you could die. Boy, that game was so amazing.
Number 9. Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes.
That's a port. That's a port.
So we have a free slot. What goes in that? Oh well, we'll figure out what goes in that slot later. Number 8, Pikmin 2.
Yep, right there. He knows it. He knows it. He knows it.
We'll see if you agree. At number 7, Soul Calibur 2.
Well, I still think it's a great game. It's like I said, it's a port. They all came out around the same time.
Number 6, Burnout 2: Point of Impact.
Burnout, bro. They don't even make Burnout anymore.
R.I.P. to the boy.
That was like. If you ever played any of the Need for Speed or Midnight Club games?
No, but again, I'm about to.
Bro, you could customize your car. And you could just ram into people so you get points for doing crazy tricks and destroying your car. Oh, man. Burnout was so fun. And, bro, you went super fast. That game made me feel like I was on speed, like I was speed.
Number 5, F-Zero GX.
That's a little high, but I'm glad that it's on the list.
Number 4, fittingly enough, Resident Evil 4. That's probably not an accident.
Definitely deserves to be in the top 5, though.
Number 3, Super Smash Bros. Melee.
I was wondering if I was thinking that was gonna be number 1. I really was, because I was like, I don't hear Melee on this list so far, so I was thinking it was gonna be number 1. But I'm glad it's on the list.
Number 2, The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker.
Yes, sir. What's their number 1?
I've already told you they're number 1.
Oh, Metroid Prime.
Metroid Prime.
Yo.
And this list was pretty okay, but here's the thing that you will think is crazy, but you have not said anything about it. No Sonic Heroes.
Yeah,
Well, actually, no Sonic at all. Actually, yeah, they didn't put Sonic at all in here.
That's fake. That's actually really fake.
Yeah, that is kind of fake considering they put like Soul Calibur 2 and even the Twins. I know the Twin Snakes is a remake and all. It's not just a port. But putting Soul Calibur 2, which is a port with a few extra features, and a remake, and
it's only one extra feature. It's Link instead of Spawn or Heihachi. Everything else.
I mean, they gave you that little adventure. They gave you that adventure mode kind of a thing, but like still they weren't.
That was in the PS2 version.
Yeah, like no. Like Soul Calibur 2 is a like that was an arcade game. That didn't come from an Xbox or PS2. Like it's an arcade thing.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like on the PS version they had the adventure mode.
Oh, you mean that? Wait, you mean in the first game? Or Soul Calibur 2?
It's Soul Calibur 2.
Yeah, that's because the PS2 version was still the port from the arcade version.
True.
But that's crazy. That list is so jam-packed. And here, what do the comments on this video say? The GameCube is like that person who everyone made fun of as a kid but grew up to be rich and famous.
For real.
Here's the one that we will all understand. Everything should be higher than everything else.
You know what's crazy about Nintendo? When I was growing up in Camden, Nintendo, it was cool to have the Nintendo and all that. But when I moved to Tuscaloosa and I told people I had the Wii, they called me. I remember. You remember Lance?
Lance, yeah, like the atheist Lance.
I don't even know if he's an atheist. And he had a friend, Parker, and another one of his friends. I think name was Adam. I remember.
Oh, I know who you're talking about now. I know the bunch you're talking about.
When I was put in I had classes with them, and I was put in a class with them, and I was put in a group, and we were in Mr. Fields' class. That's who it was.
Oh, the goat.
Yeah, he was pretty funny. But he put me in the class, and there was another person in our group. What was his name? Roman.
I remember him too.
Yeah, I told them, they were talking about games, and they were talking about the 360 and stuff, and I was like, I got a Wii. And they were like, you play kid games. And back in my mind, I was like, man, back home, everybody would have been like, the Wii is where it's at. But that was more of a small town neighborhood. I came from a small town neighborhood, so everybody sort of had the same thing. When I moved up to Tuscaloosa, there was hella variety. I won't even lie.
Yeah, dude. See, this. I think it was also. Also, let's just be upfront here. The Wii did not hit like the GameCube hit. The Wii.
But the Wii had some great games. Now
the Wii did have some solid ones. Hey, look, I'm just gonna say. I'll look. This is how you know. Look, I mean, that's how you. Me saying that. That's how you know it's about to be a hot take. I love me some Double Dash, but I really think Mario Kart Wii is the best.
I love me some Double Dash too, but I still think the one on 3DS can't be beat.
Ooh, Mario Kart 7 was something else too.
Mario Kart 7 was where it was at. It had all the best stages from the other games, and like it just owned, man. It owned itself.
We played Mario Kart 7 so much outside in school.
That was the highlight of my high school. That was the highlight of high school.
I loved that. Just standing outside the gym room every morning before school. We'd have like half an hour, so we each got to play like a race apiece at least.
Yeah, at first it was just me and you, then Christian and Darian, and them kept coming up and they were like, "Oh, we get downs."
Oh man, I miss playing Mario Kart. See, I'm trying to find let's see here. You remember when I pulled up that? You remember when I pulled up that? I made that tier list or whatever for the Mario Party games, and it immediately became. I came under fire from like my best friends from high school because of it. Because of it, I came under fire from I was being personally attacked by my best friends from high school. I've known for like 9 years now. And I was being personally attacked.
That list was out of pocket. I won't even lie.
Oh, don't even give me that.
That list was out of pocket.
Okay, you only say that because I ranked 4 higher than 5. Wait a minute. Wait. Hang on. I gotta.
You definitely did. 5 is. I still think 5 is better than 4.
One might say that's out of pocket.
Nah, definitely not. 5 is probably the best Mario Party they ever made.
Hang on. I gotta find this. I gotta find this list. I gotta find it.
It's 5, 4, 3,
2, 1.
Pretty much, yeah.
Hang on.
No, you know what? I still would put. I take that back because I low-key like 2 more than 3 because of the whole themes they had going on.
Okay. Here's how I ranked it from top to bottom. The best one, Mario Party 3.
Okay.
Number 2. Oddly enough, Mario Party 2. And that rounds out our... Hang on, I'm going to...
You're already getting a lot out of pocket with it. I won't even lie.
You said it was the best, and I rank it as number 2, and you're saying I'm out of pocket? What's wrong with you?
5 should be 1 or 2. I won't even lie.
Okay. That's our S tier, is 3 then 2. A tier, Mario Party 4.
Okay.
Number 2, Mario Party 5.
All right.
And number 3, Mario Party 6. Number 4, Mario Party 1. And that's our A tier. B tier. I think I'm about to awaken some more memories. B tier, Mario Party DS.
Oh yeah.
Although upon revision, we're gonna swap Mario Party 1 and Mario Party DS because that one was something else.
I do, man. I don't even remember DS all that much.
Mario Party 8.
Ugh.
I'm about to awaken some bad memories now. Mario Party 7.
Ugh. Bad Mario Party games. I won't even lie.
C tier, Super Mario Party.
I don't think I ever even played that one.
I got it the day it came out, and I have not touched it since.
That's the one. Was that the one for Game Boy?
No, that's the one on the Switch.
Yeah, that's the one where they're all in the cart and stuff.
No. Those are in a tier of their own, which is the Who Cares tier. Next,
so what was Super Mario Party even like? I don't think I've even played that one.
it was like a return to formula. Everyone moved individually, but like the boards were too small, the boards were too linear. There wasn't enough there wasn't enough strategy on the boards.
I don't know why. I get the innovation, but come on, Nintendo.
Like that seems to be the problem with Mario parties is that it all comes like it's not hard to make good mini games. It comes down to the boards, really, because like me and Spencer we play like a decent amount of. We probably play one Mario Party a week, and we'll play 4. And we realize one of the problems is that on some of the boards, you have to really go out of your way to get to Boo, as where in Mario Party 1, 2, 3, you do not have to go really out of your way to get to him. So in Mario Party 1 through 3 and some boards on 4, Boo is part of the game. And in some boards on Mario Party 4, Boo is a gimmick almost because you gotta go way out of your way to get to him.
Yeah, 4 was also the last one where they stopped letting Donkey Kong be a character.
Yeah, look. That's why if I had a secret grudge against any of the Mario parties, it would be 5 because they murdered my boy. They massacred my boy.
The Donkey Kong minigame.
Like, he was too powerful. They had to take him out of the character slot.
For real. I still don't even understand that decision.
Yeah, I didn't like it, but whatever. I
get if they wanted to start making. I get if they wanted to start making Donkey Kong like his own character with his own stuff, but they didn't like really start making Donkey Kong games for that to make sense.
Nope, they didn't. So I'll either play as that fresh Linguini or that fresh Koopa kid.
Heck yeah.
That's crazy. I've told you this before. But you know how I told you that there was that one time we decided, you know what, let's play Mario Party. Let's play Mario Party 7. We haven't played that in a while. And the last time we'd played it was in 2014. And it was probably 2017. we
played it for a little bit and realized why we put it down.
And then I told, me and Spencer did that Mario Party marathon a year or 2 ago where we just played 1 through 7 over the course of 2 days. And we quickly came to an agreement that, I don't think 7's going to be on the next Mario Party marathon. I don't think it's going to be on the next one.
7, that's when they really started to drop the ball.
It wasn't fun. I don't even really remember what it is, and I don't really want to try and
I think that one was really the lack of mini games.
I don't even remember. I just
the boards weren't.
I think the boards. It may have actually. Who knows? Maybe it was the opposite. I don't even remember. And I'm not willing to play it. I'm not willing to sit down and play it again. I'm not really willing to sit down and play it again to find out.
That game was boring.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what other way to put it.
This is a boring Mario Party. They should have. I don't know what they could have done. Well, they could have done a lot. They really could have done a lot. You know what's the terrible Mario Party though that I don't think I played one time? What? Mario Party 9.
Oh, dude, no, that one was on the Wii. I think that was still on the Wii, and like
it was on the Wii.
Okay. Here's the problem with Mario Party after. I actually think 8 was still decent. I still think it's just that it was on the Wii and Wiimotes cost like $40 a piece, and they require batteries. And
you need about 4 of them.
And you need nunchucks for some games, so. There's just a lot of hardware that goes along with that one. But I actually think 8, I actually have really fond memories of 8. But it's just that you have to have so much stuff to play it. And, So, the problem with there are some games, when they're games that you play pretty much strictly with friends, like Mario Party, let's be real here, outside of being a collector, I have no reason to buy any Mario Party after 8. Like
That is
the
true.
one on
That is true.
3DS. I just got that because my mom was asking me what I wanted for Christmas. I thought, oh well, I mean, I guess this Mario Party game came out on 3DS, so
That's the Island Tour, right?
yes, that's the one. I got that at the end of high school. It's
Yeah.
serviceable
I
as
remember
far
that one. It was
serviceable
yeah,
as
it was
far as
alright.
you know, as far as a modern day Mario Party goes. It's you know it was serviceable. I played it for a couple of weeks and then put it down and haven't picked it up since. So I mean,
Yeah, they also made a Mario Tennis for the
I remember that one. That
3DS,
one,
but that
it
one
was
was
all
kind
right.
of bad.
No, it was all right.
I
I
didn't
mean,
like.
that's the best I can give it.
You know
really
what I
is-
didn't like about it?
What?
The overuse of having the bottom screen. Like you couldn't push A or nothing to hit.
Ugh.
You had to tap the things on the screen, on the bottom screen. Like it didn't let you use the buttons,
The
and
3DS.
that just sort of
Oh man,
that used to sort of throw me off.
I don't know if
Like I always liked the double screen gimmick, but some games they just
it
it
didn't
was
work.
too much.
It didn't work. Some of them.
Yeah, it just
see,
didn't
like,
work
see
out.
the 3DS also had some gems on it. Mario 3D Land.
Oh yeah, the 3DS. Yeah.
I
That
don't
game was
even
goated.
think it's because they don't really support the 3DS anymore. I think it's just that the 3DS was something else, dude. You had like Mario 3D Land. That's when they really started porting games because you know, like the launch title for Mario the launch title for the 3DS was Ocarina of Time 3D. I mean,
Yep, that made me buy the 3DS.
it made me buy the 3DS. I mean, you got
I
Ocarina
wanted
of
to play that
Time.
game in 3D, and it was actually worth it, especially because you got Master Quest with it.
I mean, you had like A
It
Link
took
Between
them too long to
Worlds.
release Majora's Mask for it. I will say that.
They took way too long on that. You had like,
Yeah,
A
they
Link
could've
Between
been-
Worlds was it was solid as a remaster kind of a thing.
You know, it's crazy. I didn't even know that game was a remake until I saw an Ego Raptor video. Like, because I had never played the original. I didn't know about the original A Link to the Past until like that game came out, and someone was like, I think it was you who told me it was a remake of an older game, and I was like, dude, I thought this was a brand new Zelda.
No, it came like it was so remade that it seemed like a brand new game, but it wasn't really. But it was so remade and all that it did seem like it was new.
Yeah.
And
Then I
that's
tried
good
to go
enough.
back. I tried to go back and then play the original Link to the Past on my phone because that's when I figured out how to download the VBA and could play Game Boy games on my phone because iPhones were getting like tough, getting strong back then, and you could do that. But now, you know what's even crazy? Now you can't emulate like Game Boy games and stuff on iPhones anymore because like Apple has locks on them. But like back during the old
remember.
iPhone era, you could get
Dude,
like old Game Boy ROMs and Game Boy Color ROMs, and actually all you had to do was download the emulator, and it would make the app on your phone for you.
I
And it would
remember
work perfectly like it was a Game Boy game.
I remember somebody on their iPad was emulating like GTA 2.
Yeah, you could used to do that.
I remember
You-
just sitting
you
in
used
Miss
to be
Evans' class, and one dude whipped out his iPad because you know Miss Evans was really laid back, so you could pretty much just do whatever. And he just whipped out his iPad and started playing GTA 2. I thought, dang, dude,
Yeah.
that's wild. That's crazy. Hey, like I mean, those Apple products,
But
those
nowadays,
tablets and
the iPhone
smartphones,
I
they
got, I
were,
tried to do it.
those things were wild back in the day. They were crazy back in the day.
They were amazing, but like now I've tried
Too
like
much
on
regulation.
The iPhone I got now, I tried, and it's like hella blocks and jumps. And now you got that people say you got in order to do that again, you got to like jailbreak your iPhone, and I'm like, I'm not doing all
Yeah,
that
we ain't got money like that.
for real. But
You
back
know,
in the
Landon,
day, they did not know that was. They did not. I don't think they knew that was possible. And
Landon
people
asked
found out
me
it was.
the other day if he could borrow another 3DS gem. He asked
Which
me if
one?
I could borrow Dream Team, or if he could borrow Dream Team from me, the Mario and Luigi
Oh,
game.
dude!
I loved that game.
Me too, man.
Loved that one.
loved all the Mario and Luigi games.
It's a
Bowser
shame.
Inside
It's a shame that the company
Partners
that
in
makes them
Time.
had to be liquidated.
true.
I hate
They
that.
they should just make some on the Switch. They should just put one on the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
But
here's another gem that, of course, I would be the one to bring it up.
hey, wait, before that, you know what? Actually, one thing that sucks about the Switch,
What?
it is gonna Nintendo's next console can't be anything less than that.
Mm-hmm.
So that probably means that they won't ever make another handheld console.
Yeah, it's like okay. Let's see how do we approach this topic. Let's see how do we approach. You can approach it. I'm trying to figure out how to word this. You will never have to. You will never have to. Okay. So the thing about the 3DS is that if you were satisfied with handheld games, that was a really good economical move because 3DS games were like $40 at retail. They like new games would retail at like 40. So that's $20 cheaper than console.
It was.
But if we're gonna be real here, just them console games, they were bigger in more ways than one. They were bigger.
Yeah,
than
they're more
handhelds.
powerful, longer.
But if you were satisfied with those handhelds, yeah. I mean, and dude, just the 3DS carried Nintendo during that era because the Wii U sucked.
Sadly, the Wii U did not do well.
And the 3DS just carried that company. Like, for real, it carried the company for almost, like 6 or 7 years. And even when the Switch came out, the 3DS was still doing well.
Yeah, they made the new 3DS and everything, like, right when the Switch came out.
But the thing is that if you're like us and you, well, I say us, more like me, because I know you never actually owned a Wii U, like, when it was actually out, right? When it was actually the thing.
No. I bought the Wii U when the Wind Waker HD came out.
Oh, that's right. That's what it was. So like halfway through its lifespan, you got a Wii U.
Yeah, that's when I decided, all right, I need a Wii U. That was the first game I was like, that was the game. That was the game that originally caught my eye because originally I usually wait until there are a couple games or one very good game that makes me buy the system before I get the system.
Yeah, that whole buying it at launch.
Yeah, like, the Wii U didn't have. I think at launch it didn't have any games that caught my eye.
No.
And it took till like Smash 4 and Wind Waker to come out for me to be like, okay, I need a Wii U. Before those two games, there was like never a real reason for me to cop a Wii U.
I'm about to look up the Smash 4 trailer. I remember when that Smash 4 trailer came out. It was fuego, man. It was so good. Yeah, I was looking forward to the game. Then the game came out. Where is it? Where is the Smash? I got it on this list somewhere. Here it is. Look, you're watching, right? You're here.
Yeah, I'm watching.
No, not this. Get this out of here. We'll watch that video. We'll watch that classic later.
I remember getting hyped just seeing that.
Mm-hmm. Is it loud enough?
Yeah. And this right here, boy, that boy Villager.
Ooh, yeah, this was something else right here. I love this intro right here. I loved this right here.
Beautiful. And it looked so good.
Oh, yes, it does. Oh, my goodness, it looks good. Like, this is where they showed, holy crap, dude, like a handheld Smash? Because you can tell it's the 3DS.
Yeah, boy, I bought it on the 3DS. Had to.
And then there was this. Oh, man, that looks beautiful. Poor DK.
I think this game is why I went and bought Kid Icarus. Because I found out I liked it. And I was like, let me play this game. treasure.
I hated
The
the
myth
shovel so
himself.
much. The shovel and the bowling ball. And
The myth.
and the bucket.
Boy, I remember thinking that was gonna be so OP.
Guy, could you just imagine this right here? This picture just broke so many people. Holy crap, dude! Smash is gonna be on handheld.
That's what I was like. I was like, it's coming to 3DS.
I remember,
What?
too. Okay. So you remember too that 3DS actually came out 2 or 3 months before the Wii U version, right?
Yeah.
That was just. I remember me and Landon went to the midnight release at the Monitor, and we just had 3 or 4. We played 3 or 4 wireless or whatever games there. We just played 3 or 4 wireless games in the Monitor before Drew kicked us out. And I just remember I didn't even care that that people were saying this was Brawl 2.0. I didn't even care. I was just so happy that the game was here and we were playing it. And then I'd just get online the next day or two and play random people online with like DK or something stupid like that.
I was playing with Little Mac. I was allowed Little Mac.
You were one of the Little Mac players. The four Glory Macs.
Before Sakurai decided to nerf his side B, when Little Mac had like a couple options to get back on stage because the side B used to go far.
Oh man,
Then he nerfed it to hell.
Man, I think just Smash 4 really bridged, like really brought in, I guess, like just a new generation.
Yeah, it really did. It brought in a whole nother generation.
I think the last Smash game came out 6 years before. I mean, that's a long time for.
True.
That's a long time.
I think Smash 4 also like reignited the Melee competitive scene a little bit. Cause like I know Melee was around.
No, I can't agree with that.
Real, man. Like the Melee elitists did not start really showing up until Smash 4 came out.
No.
Here. Then it was either Melee or Smash 4.
I think it was no. I'll tell you where the revival really came from. Was you remember Evo 2013 when they did the fundraiser and all, and
yeah.
That's where it was. And I don't think Smash 4 had been announced at the time. I think it was at Evo 2013, and like Smash 4 happened to be announced shortly thereafter, which frankly was probably not an accident. But I
think they knew what they were doing.
Probably, because you remember Nintendo put out that cease and desist when they found out that that Melee had been like pretty much voted into Evo that year. They put out a cease and desist, and like 4 hours later, after extreme backlash, they backed down. I think that's what brought it around.
They had already raised like $100,000. If they didn't raise that money, Nintendo would have been like, "Yeah, you can't do that."
And that's what I think was like really what reignited Melee at that time.
I still don't understand like what's Nintendo's problem with people supporting their games.
I don't know either.
Even with like even when like Smash 4 came out, they did the one tournament and that was about it.
Yeah, I mean, and now it's like they're all. I think they're all about the esports. Well, sort of all about the esports. Let's see. Yeah. We got another.
They do a lot of Splatoon stuff.
Yeah, no comment.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Splatoon. I played it once. I played it once and I was like, not for me.
Oh man, I
hate the idea of lollies, and that's all that.
Oh yeah, that is what. I kind of wish you hadn't said that. Actually, I kind of wish you hadn't brought that up.
Bro, I swear, every time I see people play that game, all I'd be like is, "Why are y'all playing with these lolly characters shooting each other?"
That's what this. You remember I was telling you about how. You remember I was telling you about how last Nintendo Direct we got was pretty much all like anime lolly cat eyes games, and how much just dude.
A bunch of RPGs.
That's what I'm about to say. I just remember saying, dude, I got to level with you. This is the only bad thing about playing a system that's from Japan, is that a lot of their third party stuff and second party support is all going to be Japanese lolly anime titties, and frankly, I ain't about that.
You're absolutely right.
I just hated that.
Like the anime stuff kind of ruined Fire Emblem.
Dude, I listened I loaded up the soundtrack. Oh my goodness, dude! I just realized they didn't put Path of Radiance on that GameCube list earlier.
Oh, I didn't even think of Fire Emblem.
No, I was actually telling Spencer. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying this because I played it within the past year, but for real, I actually think Path of Radiance is in my top 5 favorite games for the GameCube. I loved so much about that game. I loved its art styles. Its art style, its music direction, its sound effects were all just so GameCube.
What, like, before Awakening, that's like Fire Emblem at its peak, because you had actual stories about war, characters died. Like, the stories were great. Like the one with Marth, Shadow of Dragons, the one with Roy, the one with Eliwood and Lynn. Like, those were amazing. And then Awakening, as much as I love Awakening, because it probably got me into Fire Emblem, because I remember we went to New York and I saw it and I was like, I didn't even know a new Fire Emblem was out. I gotta buy this. And like, I remember just playing it in New York when we were in New York for a long time.
I remember that too.
I love the story and all that. That game got Jamarcus. I'm not available. That game got Jamarcus into Fire Emblem and stuff. And like, oh man. Like, before he went back and played the other ones, and even Jamarcus will tell you the ones beforehand are so much darker and so much better. But Awakening, like, low-key really ruined Fire Emblem, because that's when they switched over to the anime art style. You had
you even had, what was her name, Camilla? Or no. Like the girl who was actually like a prostitute or something that would dance to reinvigorate your person to make another move, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
See, they had something. They actually had a better story element for that in in Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn, because you had the pretty much the equivalent, your Fire Emblem equivalent of angels, and they would sing to you and let your person do another move.
Yeah,
and that's just
and in Awakening, she was just a belly dancer.
Yes, that's what it was. I thought, dude,
before Awakening, there weren't any like kid characters in Fire Emblem.
If they were kids, it was clear that they were children, not children who happened to have big boobs.
For real, and like children you wouldn't be in your team and stuff. But when Awakening came out, that's when you got the 3,000-year-old dragon who looked like she was 7, and you got the big boob girl you got the tall big boob girl who only turned out to be like 14, and that's when like hella fan service. And then Birthright came out, and they amped that up to 10. You could start marrying. You got to start marrying your waifus in that game and all that.
Waifu simulator.
For real, bro. Like, I really think that like Awakening ruined Fire Emblem, and I haven't played Three Houses yet.
If they stopped, if they had stopped there, it would have been okay. But
like. It went from a story about war to a story about boobies. Like, they're still in war, but it's more about friendship and love and stuff. The other ones was like, hey man, we're fighting for our lives out here. Our kingdom.
That man Ike watched his dad die.
Straight up.
He watched his dad get killed.
Straight up. My man got murdered.
Oh my goodness, that man actually watched his dad die. And then we went from that to the 7,000-year-old dragon who looks like she's 9.
R.I.P. my man. What was his name?
Grill.
R.I.P. my man Grill. He was so dope.
Oh,
I was not expecting him to die. He was like the top tier dude in my team before he got murdered.
That was crazy. I actually remember watching a comment that said, dang, dude, I actually don't remember Ike's dad getting yeeted like this. I thought, no, I didn't either.
Oh, man.
Because they had built up, in the story, they had built up Grail to be this unbeatable, unkillable, just
for real,
invincible
even dude. In my team, man, Grill was not going down. Like, he would ping kids, he would take hits at like 10 HP and then go one shot the other guy. Grill was where it was at.
If that man got hit, if that man got hit, he took 1 damage. But the thing is, he would usually not get hit.
For real, that man, he's going first.
He stayed dodging. It double in the event that whatever he's fighting didn't die, he would double it, no sweat.
Sweat up, just go right back at him. That man Grill was tough.
Oh my! And then you get to that cutscene where he just gets, as our YouTube commenter said, just yeeted. So you think, oh shoot, who is this guy then?
For real, that made me want to kill that dude so bad.
And then you got to the black. There are 2 or 3 chapters before the time you're actually supposed to fight the Black Knight, where he shows up on the map, and if you got in range of him, he came after you and he did not miss.
Yeah, he didn't play either.
Yeah, he did not.
See why Grill got taken out. That man did not play any games with you.
I remember that.
When he used to show up in those chapters, I used to stay sending Ike after him because I was like, my man Ike has to get his revenge, and I stayed losing. And back then, if you lost Ike, they would restart the whole. You had to restart that whole.
There wasn't no. I didn't know this. I didn't know this when I played it. But there was no, how if you picked sometimes in Radiant Dawn, you could just battle save. You could just save right there.
Yeah.
And in the event that something went wrong, nah, you didn't have that in Path of Radiance. You only had the suspend option, where you saved and you come back later. There wasn't no quick saving and going back in case someone dies. No, you had to suspend.
Yeah, and you know what? Now that you bring that up, that's another thing about Awakening and Birthright. And even in 3 Houses that they ruined, instead of like the suspension thing where if you messed up, you had to take that mess up in the old game.
Yeah, you had to hold that L.
And the new ones, if you mess up, you can rewind. Like in Awakening, if you messed up, you can go back like 2 whole turns.
Yeah, it's probably a built-in feature or something. It's not just, I'm going to save here in case something goes wrong. It's probably actually would you like to go back in time for 2 turns?
Yeah, it'd be like if you lose your character, it'd be like you want to retry like a turn or 2 ago, and you could do it.
Easy mode.
But like, pretty much, man, they really held your hand in those games, and I like Awakening a lot because the story was great, but like, it just, man, it did not appeal to the original Fire Emblem fans, and it took strategy out the game because it lets you run in willy nilly. Like the old ones, you had to make sure your guys didn't die, especially if you died near one of your dudes you wanted to keep alive, died near the end. You would be frustrated and stuff, and you had to start over. But the new ones, he was like, "Hey, man, you lost your favorite character. It's cool. Go back 2 turns. You get the freebie, and you could constantly do that. It'd have been okay if you could only do it like once a thing, but you could constantly do it."
I remember there was this. Tell me if you remember this chapter? There was this one chapter. It was when you were trying to sail around to Bednion, to the Empire, and your ship got attacked by the bird people. And,
oh yeah.
And so they can fly, so they can go really wherever they want, and they got plenty of movement space. So you have to protect your weaker units by just forming up around them, and there were a lot of those birds.
They were what were they called? The hawks?
The lagoon? No, I think those were the ravens. Those were the ravens, and I think they were the ravens. But the point, like the bottom line was like you had nowhere to run. And you just had to make sure you healed the right people. You healed instead of attacked on the right turn. Made sure all your healers and your archers couldn't be attacked, couldn't be meleeed. And I mean,
yeah, you had to play that smart. That was the beauty about the older Fire Emblem games. You had to play those smart.
I mean, I actually think just about the only lose condition for most of that game. I'm pretty sure the only lose condition is Ike dies. And after the first quarter of the after the first quarter of the game, that's not really an issue.
And once you get that boy Ike up, he's like his dad, man.
Especially when you promote him, when you get to promote him and he gets ether. Yeah, keeping Ike alive. Like I used to always
hold on, Jake. What? I'm tired. Go on there, man. Love you. True. Close the door. I'm on the phone. I'll message y'all later. My little man told him he tired. I'm like, bro, go to bed.
Oh, well, I got a solution then.
Go.
I remember that in the beginning of the game, I'm kind of thinking, I'm just gonna have someone close I'm gonna soften this dude up so I can get the kill and soak up that XP. And then after 3 or 4 chapters of doing that, I realized this man actually doubles everything I put him up against, and he hits.
Bro,
it.
Then he would run up and I love this critical when he would run up and do the great ether.
I like it was like
sword
man.
up in the air and come right back down there.
Yeah, dude, that like when he did the ether, I thought it just looks that's crazy though. It's funny because how I actually got the worst RNG that I never want. I got the best RNG I never wanted because when I got to the Black Knight on my playthrough, I wish I'd recorded this. When I got to the Black Knight on my first playthrough, I actually ran up and ethered that man twice and killed him twice in 2 hits. I thought, dang, this is not lore friendly, but thank goodness I did not get killed by this man. I'm not joking. You know how it says, your player phase, whatever, and you run up and you can fight him, and I eat him. You know, you can't double him. You can't double him in that game.
Yeah, I know you can't at all.
And
you
I ethered him. I ethered him, and I think he missed me. I think he missed.
He missed you?
Yeah, he can. I think he has like a 78.
I swear that man never missed anybody when he hit my team.
I think he's got
dude would go straight for crits and kill.
I think he usually only has like a 78 chance to hit you, so really small chance to miss. But I thought, oh, RNG, let's go, baby. So I run up, ethered him, and then he missed. And then on his phase, he attacked me, hit me, and then I ethered him again and killed him in 2 hits. Well, hot dog, dude. I don't really think that's exactly how it would happen.
That's a lucky fight, man.
I'm thinking that's not how it would have happened in the movie, but I like that.
that man did nothing but straight up agonize me as a kid.
That's what I remember.
Straight up used to straight kill my Ike quick.
I mean, dude, that was crazy how difficult that fight was. Could you imagine if you lost Mist, his sister, if you lost her earlier in the game? Because if she's alive, she'll come in there with you and say, hey, I want to help. And look, she learns how to use a sword and all, but nah, she's just a healer on a horse. Let's be real here. She's just a healer who happens to
there to heal.
She's just a healer who happens to be able to canto or whatever it's called. But could you imagine? Could you imagine doing that fight on what do they call it, maniac difficulty without her? Dude, that's
man.
# impossible. There's actually no way.
Did you ever get them to talk to each other?
What do you Ike and the Black Knight or or
the healer? The healer and the Black Knight.
Crap! Are you crazy?
I think you get something special if you make them talk to each other.
I mean, I don't know for I don't know for sure. I know there's supposedly one quote where I think there's supposedly one quote where if Ike dies, but that's your lose condition. I don't get it. If Ike dies and Mist fights the Black Knight, she'll say something. Oh, I hate you. You took my brother away from me. I thought, oh dang, dude, that's dark. I actually never want Ike to die. I actually never want him to get hit ever again now.
Well, I think it's I know what you're talking about. Cause how does it work again? Cause I know if Ike dies, you just lose, but
I'm pretty sure that's the lose condition of every. Hang on, I'm looking it up now. It's on the screen.
Let's see. Pretty sure that is a lose condition, so I'm not sure about that one.
Wait, here it is. Okay, let's see. Oh, here it is. Sniff, sniff. Do you tremble in fear? You took my brother and my father. Blah blah blah. But if Ike is Ike dying is your lose condition, how does this happen?
I think that has to be on his turn. He kills Ike and then he goes to her.
Maybe. I but it's crazy how we talk so much about the Black Knight and he's not even the final boss.
That is true.
Because then I'm looking here at this other quote against Ashnard, and I think, dang, dude, this. Wait. So we have to put this into perspective once again, though. Remember Ashnard, you know,
King of Dragons himself,
the final boss, who has their like 2 units in the game that can actually damage him. Yeah, that guy, the guy who's on a fly.
That man had that giant black dragon with him. And his sword was cool.
The
He had
guy,
like a saw blade or something.
he had the Gurgur. Yeah, I think it's called the Gurgurant. Is there a picture of it on here? But
It
that's
was
what I
like a
thought.
saw blade.
Yeah, it looked like a flamberge. Yeah, this kind of is a picture of it right here. It's like a little chibi, but that's kind of what it looked like. It's like a flamberge, a little really wavy. Like, that's crazy. We talk so much about the Black Knight, and he's not even the final boss. The final boss has like 3 people who can damage him. That's Ike, Nasir, the White Dragon, and then whichever like Lagoo's commander you bring in.
Yeah, you were right about that.
That's crazy.
I
There are
usually-
3 units in the game that can
Every time I play a Fire Emblem, I usually let my main character fight the final boss by themselves. I always try to do that.
Yeah, as
It
you
doesn't
know,
work a whole
I'm
lot,
the
I will
main
be honest with
character.
you. It doesn't work. It takes a while. I won't even lie to you. Because even, you know, in Roy's game, you just fight, the final boss is just a giant dragon. And, like, Roy sucks.
Yeah.
I won't even lie to you. Roy sucks. That's why they made him bad in Melee. They made him realistic. Because he's just terrible,
Oh,
man.
it actually says it right here. Only Ragnell, Dragon Breath, or your Lagoo's commander can hurt him. That's not good news. That
real?
is not good news.
You
there
better
are-
have those guys with
There are
you.
only 3 things in this game that can actually hurt him. What? Excuse me?
You better keep two out of 3 of them alive, bro.
Yeah, you better have a physics staff with you too. You better not let that man get in range of your healers. That man gets in range of your healers. This is what's crazy. So Ashnard is difficult enough, right? But then you, if you play, you play hard mode or higher, you have to fight him again on a harder, in a second form, right? And then
On
he's
hard mode?
Yeah. Do you not remember
I
this?
didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Look, see?
I never
Hang on,
played
I'll pull
it.
it-
I
hang on,
never
hang
did
on.
it.
I'll
I
pull up
always
the
played
video
it in
again.
normal difficulty. Well, to be fair, I've only beaten the game once, and that was a while ago.
Where it is? Here, look.
I didn't even know he had a second. You had to fight him again.
Here you go.
My boy Evolution Gaming.
By the way, this final boss, this battle theme is a
Dude,
banger.
my boy.
This battle theme's a banger, by the way.
True. I'm not even sure they put this song in Smash.
They should have.
Oh man, I didn't even know this.
Like, look at this art. Just look at this art style. I love it so much. Holy cow.
I like the realistic. It's not like, I get the characters look a little anime-ish, but they're not anime-ish. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like they are
They just-
clearly drawn, but not super realistically drawn.
Yeah.
I mean, for crying out loud, dude, Ike's got blue hair. Come on. And they actually mentioned that. And look at this. This is cool. See, now his mount's actually flying, too. As if things couldn't get worse.
Bro, how much does this game cost? I got a whole game.
This thing, like, Spencer told me this thing costs like $80 minimum, if you're lucky. That's crazy, too. How often do you actually see, too, the main character? Look here. You actually have Ike saying, "Get away, everyone, run away!" Like, how often do you actually have... Like, you have Ike.
That boy Ike will be like, "I'm coming after you."
You have. That's what I'm thinking. It's like you have the character who can solo, like pretty much solo the game, and he's saying, "No, run away, everybody, get away. We gotta leave." Dang. What a holy cow! That man's got 80 HP.
Oh, that's a lot.
That man has 80 HP.
That
Look how much
man's getting his units out of there.
he's about to. Hang on. He's about to chunk Ike's health, isn't he? Oh my goodness, he's about to chunk his health. I know it. Oh my.
Ooh, my goodness.
He does not, and Ike does not double.
Ike did 9 health. That man did like half. Lord have mercy.
Which Lagoose commander did you pick? Do you remember?
Tavern? I think I picked Tavern.
Oh yeah,
I think I picked him.
See, I picked the Raven guy. I thought he was really cool. He was funny.
It's been a minute though.
See, here's the thing I was talking about with the herons giving you the second move. They sing for you, and that's
I remember them. See, that's a lot better than the dancers. I will say.
Yeah, the lolly dancers. Look at that man's movement! Look at that man's movement space!
Hey, that man has a big movement pool.
and he can fly. Holy cow! They did not. This is like the anti-hand-holding game.
So Nintendo wanted you to play this game.
So you gotta play this game. Oh, this is suicide. You can't do this 2 in a row. You'd have to aether him.
Yeah, that dude, he's getting away.
That man's backing up. He's backing it up.
Backing up a little bit. Getting closer to his units. I feel you, my guy.
Getting all of his units back.
You gotta do that.
Oh, man. And he heals.
And he heals?
Who came up with this? Who came up with this?
That's OP.
I bet you he's got a 100%. He's got a 100 hit rate too. Yep, he didn't miss that time.
Goodness.
He didn't miss that time either.
Yeah, that man, he's not gonna miss. They don't let final bosses miss like that. Like
no.
final boss.
That's crazy how like Ike is, you know, the main character or whatever it was that Lil Karibo said. Oh, he has an 82 chance to hit. He has an 82% chance to hit on Tabarn. That's crazy.
Probably because the barn's flying too.
Yeah. But Tabarn, oh, he has that ability. He has an ability that can negate damage. That's awesome. So that's probably why you want to pick him then, is because he actually can tank it. He can actually tank a hit from the guy. He can actually tank a hit from Ashnard. Okay, that makes sense. That means, yeah, that's probably why so many people pick him then.
Jesus, $250?
That sounds about right. I'd like to be surprised by that.
How much is it on Amazon?
Oh my goodness!
$536 on from Amazon.
I just saw it too. Ike only has a 73 chance at hitting him. Ike has a 73 chance to hit him. Holy cow! Ashnard has a better chance of hitting Ike than Ike does Ashnard. Holy cow, dude! This man.
Knowing my luck, I'd miss so many times.
Like that's even the worst RNG right there. Is after healing Ike, he aethered him, so the aether really only did extra. You only got half of the value out of the aether. And, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot this man heals every turn too. He heals.
He gets 10 HP back every heal. That's a lot.
That's Ike hits him for less than that. Ike hits him for less than that. Aether? Nope. No aether today. Dang, dude.
And he gets to move again.
Yeah, he gets to move. He just gets to adjust his movement however he wants. That's crazy.
You gotta jump this man.
Tabarn only hits him for 10. Holy cow. He has a 100 chance to hit him. But he... Oh my goodness. No damage. That's what I'm talking about. That's why you picked Tabarn, I guess.
True. My boy can turn into the Hawk too.
Oh, Aether? Okay, this is lore friendly. To kill him with the Aether.
Double hit. Yes, sir. I never knew that.
I think that's actually like Aether is actually... I think the short definition of Aether is that it's a crit that heals you. So basically... Oh, here it is. Here, look at this. Look at this art style. Look at how good this art style looks for all.
Bro, like I like the realisticness of it.
Yes. It's like I remember you telling me that you like the cartoony-ish drawings, but like this is realistic, but clearly drawn, clearly animated and drawn. Like they're not going for a 100% realistic look. It's
Yeah.
oh my goodness.
I like that they look like they're actually meant for war and stuff, you know?
Yeah, they're not the 700-year-old dragon who looks barely legal.
Yeah, and like they're not like Crom who's supposed to be a war dude, but literally wears almost no clothes. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
At least Ike's got something that resembles.
Yeah, I like his armor and stuff, man. It's just like the other guys in the Fire Emblem characters in the future just don't feel as real. That man's shaking the ground when he stopped.
Oh, okay. Lore friendly. Hit him with an Aether. Look, he hit him for half his health with that Aether. Holy cow. The man Ike's a monster. I think in higher difficulty. Oh, okay. I always thought in higher difficulties that the Black Knight also healed every turn. See, this is. Oh, he missed? What?
He missed the second hit.
I didn't know you could miss. Actually, no. I found out the hard way that you could miss on your second hit. Because I think I Aethered Ashnard, hit him with the first one, but the second hit is what heals you. Dang. And then I missed the second hit, so not only did I not hit him that hard, I also didn't heal myself because I missed the second hit. Dude, this is actually stupid. This game sucks. This game's actually
for real. I hate that my opponents can heal. I always hated that.
Like we say that as Mist heals him to full health every turn.
That's exactly what I'd be doing.
Nah, we finished this man off. We're finishing this man off here and now.
Got to.
Ugh. I mean, man, they were so much cooler. I'm not even big on Fire Emblem. It's just that Path of Radiance was just so much better. Was just,
yeah, man.
Oh my goodness.
I promise you, man, it's like the GameCube and Game Boy era of Fire Emblem games are goated. Like even the ones on Game Boy are just as amazing as Path of Radiance.
I loved this opening cutscene so much. I actually thought this was also a goated opening cutscene. Because isn't this like this is the first
Well, Ike,
this is the first Fire Emblem game where you're not actually like immediately you are not immediately told you're a royalty character, right?
True. And the other ones, like Marth knows because he's the prince who is to defend his kingdom,
Like,
and Roy knows because he's the son. Because in the previous game, you play as the king,
as
and
Eliwood.
he knows he's the son
Right.
of the Eliwood. So you
Like-
know you're the son of the king.
It's quickly made apparent that you're not royalty. You're not royalty in this game. I think that's just one more
Ike's
edge.
the only. Now that I think about it, Ike's probably one of the only MCs who like started off with bad sword training. Like bad swordsmanship.
Yeah, he's actually he was the started from the bottom. Now we're here character.
Yeah, like Marth was already godlike with the sword, and Roy was good, but he was just weak.
Like that's like really good subtext because it makes like that's just one more thing that Path of Radiance has going for it is because you actually start as nobody and Ike's getting whooped in the game because he's nobody, and then like he just gets stronger and stronger in the game because at the same time he's learning how to use a sword better.
For real. Ah man, this is such a good Fire Emblem game.
Like I think the capes and all in this game are a little over the top, but that's just about like the only artistic direction criticism I have. Is I think the capes and cloaks were a little silly, but oh dude, yeah, I cannot, and I'm not saying this just because I played this game within the last year, but I just cannot not put this in my top 5. Oh dude, the GameCube top 5 just got harder.
You're right, I had to put that in my top 5 too. I don't know what I would take out though.
No, neither do I. Oh, this is it. This is the moment. I think these cutscenes look pretty nice for a GameCube game too.
Father! Ike, stay back!
Look how silly the capes look in this cutscene. I think the capes look really silly.
Oh, it's like the capes though. I can't even lie.
Here's the slate. What are you doing?
Look at the size of that sword.
I've been waiting for this for a long time. I would prefer it if you use your proper weapon, so that I might see you at your full strength. General Gawain, rider of Dain.
Look at the size of that sword. Holy cow.
Once.
But I threw it away. The only weapon I need is right here.
Do you want to die?
Your voice. I remember you. Think you can defeat me? The man who taught you how to fight? What a fool. Come on, boy. Come try me.
Man, you should have grabbed the sword, Geralt.
Is that all there is? No challenge.
Dang, dude.
No.
I just remember that saying.
Dang, he really got swiped quick. I forgot all he got.
Like, can you imagine seeing that as a kid? It's like, dang, dude, he actually just got impaled. That's pretty.
I saw that as a kid. That hurt.
Don't leave me! Father!
Dang,
my
dude,
boy
that's
Ike.
crazy.
My boy Ike's going through it.
That's what I'm saying. That man just watched his dad die.
Just
like,
straight watches it.
We've watched
killed.
Geralt where we watched Grail just wax everything he fought in this game, and then he just died. Oh, so
Bro, that hurt me growing up. I won't even lie.
like, I mean that's just what I remember thinking. Oh shoot, I'm afraid of this guy. He just killed Grail. I'm kind of afraid of this guy now. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for this.
That was tough. That's a tough little death scene. I forgot it was Loki. That was Loki kind of brutal. My man should have picked up the sword.
He should have taken it. Alright, holy cow.
He'd probably lost still.
Oh,
But man, I'm gonna have to emulate that game or something. Cause I want to play it again.
I can send you the ROM for it. I've got it. I'll put it on my Google Drive and send you a link. I mean,
Dope.
that game. Oh, dude, that game is so good. Dang it,
For
dude.
real.
The GameCube top 5 just got more difficult. The GameCube top 10 even just got more difficult.
Oh man, where would I put that even on the list? Especially if I was gonna put that in my top 5. That might be my 5th one right there.
I mean, even if you didn't put Mario Sunshine in the top 5 or the top 10, that doesn't really help you because there are at least 3 other games waiting to take its spot.
There are a lot of good games.
All right, let's go through this again. Wind Waker.
Yeah.
Mario Party 4. We'll just say Mario Party 4 for Mario Party. We can debate 4 versus 5 later.
I mean, okay, you know what? We won't get into it.
Melee.
All right.
Oh my goodness, dude! These last 2 spots.
You got to put Fire Emblem in one, man.
Okay, we'll put Fire Emblem for this. Fire Emblem Path of Radiance.
All right. So what's your 5th one?
This is where it happens. Cause look, I am stuck. I have to pick between a Mario sports game, Double Dash, a Star Fox game, F-Zero,
all great choices.
Mario Sunshine if I want to, Resident Evil 4,
Definitely.
Linguini's Mansion. That's 7.
Man.
I just named 7, and I have to pick one of those 7. Pikmin 8.
Lord have mercy. That's just. Wow, why was the GameCube so good?
Why was the GameCube so good, and why can't they recapture that? I mean, I just named 12 games that are deserving of the top 10. What's the problem here? I just named 12 that deserve to be in the 10, and that we could keep going. Because I didn't say Metroid Prime either, by the way.
Oh man, like, dude, You know what's kind of crazy? Because we just did all this talk about Fire Emblem. I don't even know if Metroid Prime would still be in my list, my 5. Like I want to put it there, but Fire Emblem
Path of Radiance.
How
did that not even make it on the list from that video I pulled up earlier? Holy cow!
That man doesn't know what he's missing.
I didn't even mention like the third-party games that they brought up in that list, like Time Splitters 2. Like Time Splitters 2.
I can't even lie, that game was amazing.
Simpsons
Time
Hit and Run
2 was absolutely amazing.
It
was like Golden. It was like an updated version of GoldenEye.
Super Monkey Ball 2.
That
Paper Mario.
Game.
Dude, how do I keep forgetting about the 1,000
Paper Mario 1,000 Years Door. That game was goated too.
Oh my goodness, dude. How why was the GameCube so good? How in the world was the GameCube ever considered a failure? What
Dude, it wasn't a failure.
What kind of universe do we live in where the GameCube is considered a failure? I don't know if I want to live in this universe if the GameCube is considered a failure.
Dude, Nintendo just needs to like re-release these GameCube gems. For like 40, not 60, but re-release.
But especially for not $60. Which is sad because you could get cheaper if they re-release Path of Radiance for $60. You'd get it cheaper there than you would on.
I would probably re-buy Path of Radiance for $60. I'm not even gonna lie.
I mean, I would too.
I would definitely buy that game.
Oh man. Okay, name games that you would buy, GameCube or not, games that you would buy for the full $60 again, even if they cost 40 or 50 when you first got them as a kid.
Games that I would buy
for the full $60 if it was. And we're talking a straight port. We're not talking about a remake or anything. We're talking straight port. Maybe a couple of maybe not like no graphical facelift, no feature updates, straight port.
Straight port? Oh, that's a little difficult. All right, so I would get Fire Emblem Gaming, and I would most definitely do that.
Actually,
what's crazy?
I'm not gonna lie.
I do not know if I would buy Beautiful Joe for $60 if it was a straight port.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Actually, Path of Radiance might actually be the end of that list if it's just a port. For just a port at $60, Path of Radiance might be the only one.
Like, I don't think I would buy Tales of Symphonia for another $60. I probably would.
That's a lot of money for just a port, especially when we've already got the game.
Especially when I can ROM it.
That's crazy. This Path of Radiance might be the only one because the non-port GameCube version is way more than $60.
Now, if they made an HD new updated of Beautiful Joe, I'd definitely buy it for the $60.
Like what I'm thinking too now is the thing about if they remade or re-released Path of Radiance. That would actually ruin the game because they'd probably give it the modern treatment of making things a lot easier.
Oh, bro, what if they put extra lolly characters?
Then we would be sticking to that game. We'd be sticking to that GameCube version.
Yeah, you're right. You're totally right.
I can't tell you how much I just don't like it. I just can't tell. You remember when I showed you that?
Either.
Look. You remember when I showed you that Keith video last time? That Keith Crew video last time, and that sums up why I hate that stuff.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
That dude's funny. That man is hilarious.
You know what I'm talking about.
You're right though, man. Like if they made an HD remake of it, they would probably add so much stuff to it that
would
be a completely different game.
That it would ruin the game. See, I think I've heard an outcry like that. There's a Resident Evil 4 remake, right? Because they already remade.
Yeah, but I can't even get that because they low key ruined it too.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what people are afraid of. Like they didn't. I mean, I think everybody absolutely loves the RE2 remake, but I wonder if there was the same animosity about are they going to ruin the game? I wonder, was there the same animosity about that?
See, the difference with that is RE2 came out on the PS1, and if you go back, it's like low-key legit unplayable because it's all pixels and stuff.
And the fixed camera angles and everything.
Yeah, like
it's really dated.
It's really like nowadays it's really outdated. So the
but
updated
RE4,
version,
I remember when I first played it, I thought my first impression was, dude, like these tank controls are so bad, it's so dated, and it didn't really age that well. But then like the more I played it, the more I realized no, the tank controls are not outdated. They have aged just fine, and the game was built around the tank controls, so they're actually perfect.
Yeah, now the RE4 that I feel like is coming out now, you know, they took out the roundhouse kick and everything.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, and like I think they took out the decapitations and stuff too.
That's also disappointing.
Like it's just it's already summing up to be a different game.
I'm glad that they did the RE2 remake really well, because I mean I know people love that RE2 remake.
Yeah, I liked it
because
I
they
liked
changed it.
Rodney sent it to me, and I really liked it because like the original, like I said, the original one is on such an old system, and if you go back and play it, you can tell that okay, this is fun, but the newer one has the better controls, better graphics, it's scarier looking, and it's the same game, really just with new graphics. But the fact that RE4 has low-key really good graphics and the controls are already really nice, that tweaking it messes it up. You know, like the other one has bad controls. The original RE2 is like low-key bad controls.
The truth
like
is
pixelated and stuff. Like the updated, it's a great fresh breath air for a great game. But
RE4 was already great.
Yeah, it doesn't need any tweaking to it. Like updated graphics is probably all you need to do if you're gonna update the game.
Hey, that's what that's what I remember. It's like most people saying is like, no, don't remake it. I mean, remaster it, because it has aged just fine. Unlike RE2, it's aged just fine. It doesn't need a remake. Don't change anything about it. Like maybe give it a graphical facelift or a voice over facelift, or maybe.
But like
but even then, I still liked Leon's voice actor from RE4 the best. I think the guy, I don't remember his name, the guy who did his voice in the RE2 remake, I think was really good, but I still prefer the one from RE4 better.
Yeah, it's a more older, more mature Leon. I like him too. I really like him too. So like 4 doesn't need to be messed with all that much.
And like
they're already, but from what I've seen, they're already like taking things out and adding other things in that when the game officially comes out, it's probably gonna feel like a different game altogether.
Yeah, that's what
like,
scares me about
story
remakes.
wise, but it's probably gonna play different, move different, and like it's just gonna be overall. It's probably gonna be considered a different game.
I mean, we'll see when it comes out and all. We'll see, but I mean, I'm still thinking just some of these games just don't need to change. Like when they re-released Wind Waker, and they gave you like that swift sail that just made you sail faster, and whenever you whipped it out, it would change the wind direction for you.
That was a nice remake. That Wind Waker's remake was a great remake.
And with Ocarina of Time, how they made the boots an item rather than an upgrade or whatever, things like that.
Yeah, that's nice.
And the Ocarina was always bound, so you didn't have to use one of your item slots for it. Things like that. Now, that's good remake stuff, but it seems like
like taking things out that made the original game so nice is just like, why?
That's a demake. It's a demake, not a remake.
A whole different movie.
I mean, I that's what just concerns me, because I mean, it's not like they've re-released RE4 on basically every console since the GameCube.
Yeah,
so,
it's on PS3 and PS. Like the original versions, you can buy it on the PlayStation 4.
So, like, I think you can get it on the Switch now.
Yeah, so I really don't see the point of them remaking the game, but it's what they're doing. I just,
mean,
I,
I'm very satisfied.
Sadly to say, I have low faith in that remake from what I've already seen.
I mean, I've
from what I've
already got
read.
my GameCube copy of it, and it runs fine, and I love every second of it. So, I mean,
That game was amazing.
that game was so good. Oh my goodness. I remember thinking, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is one of the best video games ever made.
It definitely was.
Oh my goodness,
Definitely the
so
best
good.
in the Resident Evil series too.
But, oh man.
Then it's RE5.
I miss poor
Simply 'cause my
RE5
man
just did
Chris
not live
punches
up.
boulders.
Me and Spencer did a playthrough of that one day. It was fun, but it just
RE5's biggest problem is it came after 4.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. Is it had to follow the problem with RE5 is that it had to follow RE4. That was the problem. That was its biggest problem, was that it had to follow one of the best video games ever made.
That was really the problem with RE5. And RE6's problem is that they wanted to do too much at one time. RE6 was like, I get it was the ending to everybody's story, like Leon and Chris's story ended, but it was like these should have been different games.
Yeah,
it was too much.
You had 2 games that you put in one, and it's not.
You had 2 games with 2 different stories trying to merge into one game, and in the end they just shoehorn all the characters together, and it's like, this doesn't make sense.
It was not the good kind of there are 2 games in one game here.
Yeah, it was 2 clashing stories. It was 2 clashing stories, and that ruined it. But I still like RE5. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it was still fun. It just wasn't. It just was not as good as
breaking rocks out here with his fists. He punches them boulders.
Hang on.
I remember when I saw that. I remember when I was playing the game, but it was like move boulder and Chris straight punched it.
Here it is.
Push. I was okay. I can't push this.
Oh my goodness!
Just started sponging it. Boy, it's too good.
I remember. I get to like right here. Oh, dude, it's not moving. And I'm looking here where it says press the button. It says hook. I thought, what does it mean hook? And then I see this. And I thought, oh, I get it now. When you said, when I remember you telling you, hey, dude, I played Resident Evil 4 for the first. Oh yeah, you like it? Yeah, I thought it was great. And you were telling me, yeah, I mean, Chris Redfield is still my man. I mean, that dude punched a boulder. I thought, what the crap? You took? Okay, fine. And then I saw this, and it all made sense.
And then straight just starts decking the boulder, Brian. It moves. One of the funniest things I've ever seen in a video.
Look at this comment. Nothing will ever compare to witnessing this for the first time yourself. You read hook, and you're just like, no way. And he starts punching this boulder.
Bro, that describes my first time seeing that to a T. I saw hook, and I was like, is he gonna punch it? And that man just starts punching it, and I'm like, you can't be real.
Look at this. Imagine Resident Evil 5 remake with this scene.
Beautiful. It would be beautiful.
It's not enough that he actually pushes.
Out, bro. If they ever remake Resident Evil 5, they better not take this scene out.
It's not enough that he actually pushes the boulder, but the fact that he actually punches it into submission. Chris went from running from a boulder to beating it up. This is why the Redfield bloodline must continue. Leon can do that with his roundhouse kick. Leon equals God's foot. Chris equals God's fist.
Ah, that's true. Leon be kicking people's heads off.
When Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson goes to bed every night, he checks under it for Chris Redfield. Boulder, I fear no man, but that thing, Chris Redfield, Boulder, it scares me. Look, I made a bridge and it took me, what, 25 seconds? Chris Redfield built the ancient pyramids himself. Oh, also, I'm glad that they gave Chris Redfield like steroid injections in this game into his arms, because there were so many jokes made that whole playthrough about Chris Redfield's guns in this game.
That man's built.
Like, could you imagine this? Like, just listen to the music as he punches this boulder.
Bro, it's so dramatic.
It's like for just a minute you forget that this extremely roided up Wesker is following you around, wanting to kill you, when you're thinking, why doesn't Chris just punch him instead of shoot him?
For real, Chris
could have just punched. Why are you bothering shooting a gun or a rocket launcher at him when you could just punch him?
Oh man, that's a dope man. That man's second best Resident Evil character.
Like, could you imagine how forgotten RE5 would be if not for this scene?
It probably definitely wouldn't be replayed.
I'm pretty sure just Resident Evil 5 just would not exist if it weren't for that.
I'm glad. I don't know whose idea it was to say, let's make Chris punch this boulder, but I'm glad they brought it up.
But I hope that man got a raise.
I really do. I hope that man got a whole promotion. Whoever did it, I hope that person got their whole promotion, because that was a beautiful scene.
I just remember that. I just thought there is actually no way he's about to punch this bolt. Oh.
And then just like, dude. But Jake, I gotta go to work in the morning, man. I'll catch you later.
All right, dude. I'll see you.
All right, bro. We've been talking for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Dope conversation.
An hour and a half. Next podcast episode, GameCube Dreams.
True.
And we only unless we just spent the last hour and a half talking about like 3 GameCube games. We didn't even get to the rest of that top 20 list.
Bro, the first 3 were just so hard all together.
Man,
it's tough to make a top 5.
Path of Radiance hits different.
God, that game's amazing.
Path of Radiance hits different.
But all right, I'll catch you later.
All right, see ya.